Are you confused whether to give GMAT or GRE for your MBA applications? If yes, then I'll help you choose between the two by sharing my personal journey and giving insights from two Wharton admits who decided to give GMAT over GRE. So hi, if you're new to the channel, I'm Aditya Girish Pawate, a recent grad from IIT Kharagpur. I've also got a deferred admit from Kellogg School of Management. So back when I was preparing for my MBA applications, I saw this survey where around 80% of the people actually preferred GMAT over GRE. So I didn't even consider giving GRE, I just went ahead with GMAT preparation and gave the exam. Even after 2 attempts, I could manage to get a score of only 710, which was way below the median score I was aiming for. Just then, one of my friends gave her first GRE attempt and she got above the median score. So for that brief moment, I considered switching to GRE after 6 months of GMAT prep. But then I saw the GRE questions and I realized that it's not my cup of tea. So I stuck to GMAT and I gave another attempt and I got 740. So don't make the same mistake that I did and make sure in the beginning you know whether you want to give GMAT or GRE so that you don't have second thoughts after 6 months of preparation. Also, business schools give equal weightage to both the exams and this is how they compare between the two scores. This picture from eGMAT website summarizes the differences between GRE and GMAT from test structure to scoring system. So in today's podcast, we have Yashika and Kaushal. So let's see what they have to say.
So my brother was applying for the MS while I was applying for the MBA, and his obvious route was GRE, whereas I chose for GMAT. Now you might be thinking why I chose GMAT and why he chose GRE. Well, his reasons may be oblivious to me, but mine aren't. I chose GMAT because it is more focused on quantitative nature of the exam, whereas GRE focuses a bit on the verbal side of the exam. And for me, and I believe a lot of Indians in the tech side, quant is a lot easier than verbal. And like it is the exam that is generally taken by everyone, so it is quite standardized and a lot of resources are available for it. And B schools also look at it preferably, according to me, and that is the reason why I chose for GMAT.
I did give GMAT, but I believe that with regards to what I have seen uh, in my friends like who have taken GRE, the B schools don't differentiate between who is taking GMAT or GRE. Obviously, there is a particular rating which I am not aware of, like how you can compare a GMAT score to a particular GRE score. Maybe the admission consultants can tell better, but yeah, I think both have their own pros and cons, and it all boils down to what the person is comfortable with. As Kaushal mentioned, like the verbal needs to be strong in GMAT. That's very true. And in GRE, it's more of a vocabulary, like you need to learn a lot of spellings. So it depends upon person to person what they are most comfortable with and in which they are sure of getting a good score. So, yeah.
I believe people can try out both the exams as mocks and then decide what to give. One other piece of advice I would like to give is that since now the GMAT Focus Edition has been launched and it has a less focus on the verbal side of it by eliminating the sentence correction and introducing more mathematical side to the quantitative section, it would be more beneficial for the people who are stronger in the maths and not so strong in verbal.
So to help you decide between the two, first I would suggest you to give a mock test from each of the GRE and GMAT official websites, which I've linked down below. This will help you get inclined towards one of these two tests by recognizing your strengths and weaknesses. An easy rule of thumb is that if you're good at quantitative aptitude and English vocabulary is not your cup of tea, then go for GMAT. On the other hand, if you love writing English essays and if you have an upper hand in English vocabulary, then GRE might be easier for you. Having said that, it's just a personal preference. Don't overthink about it since it's just a part of the application. And make sure you complete all your attempts at least 2 to 3 months before the application deadline so that you have time for the essays and other parts of the application. As long as you're able to get past the median acceptance score of the school you're applying to, giving GMAT or GRE shouldn't matter. That's all for today. I've linked a couple of useful websites in the description below, so make sure you check that out and stay tuned for more such insightful videos. Thanks a lot for watching.